put in public, let me know before the fact, not after. Okay, now we have our next speaker is a person we recently met, and he's a very, very positive force in American culture wars. His name is Phil Cuza, or actually Philippe. Philippe, I got that right, Cuza. He's a musician and a passionate conservative and a patriot. He's a founder of American Conservative Artists. He's an organizer of the Hollywood for the people who are patriots, who want the truth, who want to feel the freedom as they desire without being canceled or banned. He's doing wonderful things. He was also a former NYPD officer. He's a terrific tenor saxophonist, and he played with Bon Jovi, Roberta Flack, and Chaka Khan, and other luminaries such as those. He's doing really wonderful things with his organization, Conservative Artists of America. So let's hear it for Phil Cuza. Come on up and tell us what you do.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here today. I appreciate you guys having me and giving me this opportunity to speak. As you can probably tell, I'm not normally a public speaker, but my name is Phil Cuza. My organization is American Conservative Artists. I'm just a representative, okay? We represent all artists, filmmakers, musicians. I myself am a musician. I studied at City College, and we represent artists, we represent web designers, we represent all kinds of people that believe in the values that are outlined in the Constitution, in the U.S. Constitution, which is what conservative means to us. Some people will say conservative is, they're fascists or they're this because they want to paint a picture. Puerto Rican, well, she passed away, she was Puerto Rican, my father is Cuban. So, and we have people that are gay, we have people that are straight, we have women, we have short people, tall people, all kinds, all shapes and all kinds of people. What we recognize that the film and music industry is a very powerful medium. I'm sure you know this, okay? But unfortunately, we've been asleep at the wheel for a very long time. And the forces that hate this country, the enemies that are working within this country and without this country have recognized this, and they recognize the power of the media. The first thing that communist takeover will do is they will take over the radio stations, they will take over the television networks, they will take over the messaging. We've lost that. We're too busy having fun and partying and saying that's a non-issue. Meanwhile, all of a sudden, people that have the values that we have are getting shut out of Hollywood, they're getting shut out of the music industry. You might, if you look at social media nowadays, you're probably going to see Taylor Swift, you're probably going to see her boyfriend, and everybody sees the image that's in front of them. Oh, it's Taylor Swift, I love her music, she's great, she's pretty, and look at that. What a lot of people don't know is that recently, George Soros funded a couple of people that bought her entire catalog, which means they bought not only her music, her images, her pictures, any magazine with her on, and anything that can be sold or marketed, a signature. So while you're seeing her doing something like going, I like Biden, it's very possible that she's being held by her throat, okay? And she knows that the minute she decides not to toe that line, her career is over. If you look at her boyfriend, okay, some people, I don't pay too much attention, but some people have told me, oh, it looks weird, it looks funny. But if you notice her boyfriend wasn't not very well-known football player until recently, right? All of a sudden they're together. But if you look a little deeper, he was the poster boy for the Pfizer vaccines, okay? He was also the face of Bud Light. So once you start putting these pieces together, you start recognizing this. I was very heartened to hear Elena's story. I mean, Moms for Liberty, you guys are heroes. And we got a lot of heroes. She's absolutely right. We need patriots that are going to stand up, okay, that are tired of laying down. I'm not telling you to go fight Antifa. There may be a time that Antifa's there and they're saying something, you may have to go, oh yeah, I see your point, or whatever, because strategy is important too. All warfare is based on deception. That's from Sun Tzu. So there's a time for you to lay back and be quiet and let your enemy think that you're in his camp. And you don't know, you might be able to turn that person around, probably not. But anyway, the film and music medium, okay, speaking to Moms for Liberty, speaking to what you said, they give you the image of what happened, that there's nobody inside and all of us are outside, we're fighting hate. But if you saw The Sound of Freedom, The Sound of Freedom grossed $149 million worldwide. It was one of the biggest films last year, because there are people out there, even though there's a lot of silent people, okay, that recognize these are our kids, you know? They don't want you messing with their kids. When you mess with their kids, you mess with the mama bears and the tigers and the papa bears too. They're out there too. We need to stand up. We need to unify. What I'm here to say is artists that are out there that are conservative, you know they're fighting for the values outlined in the Constitution, okay? Support those artists. That's what we're trying to do. We try to bring attention. We try to look into the artists, see what they're doing. We know people like Kevin Sorbo. I've spoken with him. He's aware of our organization. There are other artists out there that are conservatives. They haven't exactly come out of the closet yet because of the fear. Kevin Sorbo is a Christian. He's not worried about that. He's worried about going to heaven. He's worried about God. And that's what we should be focused on as well. But we have to save our nation. We have to unify. We have to support each other in our regular businesses too, not just the arts. But when you see an artist out there and you know he's a conservative, you know he's fighting for America, even if he's just acting in a regular movie, we have to strengthen that industry, the film industry, the music industry, the arts, okay, and come together and take back our systems in this country, okay, and save this country, because this country is worth fighting for. The values that are enshrined in the it's to form a more perfect union. We're not there. We took a couple of steps back. But we're going back forward, okay? The other side has to lie to get their message across. If you look at most of the things they say, it'll be, you don't poison somebody by giving them a glass of poison. You poison them by giving them a glass of orange juice with 10% poison in it. So if you look at their messaging, there's always lies hiding behind what's going on. Moms for Liberty, they're there to burn books. They're trying to make the comparison. Burning books, Adolf Hitler. You know, Donald Trump, fascist. They're trying to make that connection, but it's based on lies. Okay? And people need to see the truth. And one of the mediums that we can use are the arts. Okay? And it's another potent way that we could reach the children and the youth that we need to reach. Because they're not going to listen to a political meeting. They're not going to come here and have fun. They'll be running around or whatever, and that's fine. That's what kids do. But you know, that if you have like something like Angel Studios, they're the ones that produce Sound of Freedom. They also have the Tuttle Twins. If you look into their books, they have positive values for children. I recommend them. I'm doing a plug, I guess. And they have values about the Constitution, about starting a business, what is inflation, but they do it in a way that children can understand. So we need to bring the arts forward. We need to support the arts. I urge you, as a musician myself, of course, I want you to support me, but also I'm more focused right now, not on even playing, but I do play, but I'm more focused on supporting the other arts that are out there and getting our systems back and strengthening our country and saving it for the next generation. So thank you for allowing me to hear me.
There's time for a question or two. We want to take a couple of questions.